I love to work on projects, and something I've thought about for a long time is what can I do in my own backyard? So I've decided to photograph something that I think a lot of people have difficulty in photographing. It's a dangerous animal at times, and mine just bit me. And I'll introduce you very quickly, because I'm getting attacked here, to Millie, the new pet in our life. The great thing about pet photography is that you can actually take your time, go through and think through what you would like to get as a result. So we can actually use this ball as a prop to attract Millie, get her interacting, jumping, running, all that sort of thing. I like to get someone else involved with me, so Julia is actually helping with this. It's very difficult for me to do everything, but someone helping me can make a big difference to this type of photography. We can nearly use any type of camera for pet photography. So I've got a general purpose lens here, a short 24 to 120 millimeter lens. I've also got a longer telephoto, 100 to 400. 100 to 400 is going to be a little bit harder work because you've got less depth of field and it's a higher magnification. So generally, as much as possible, I'm going to try and use a general purpose lens to start at least, and then maybe if I can look at some specialized photograph scenario that works with the longer telephoto lens, then I'll have a crack at that. Don't forget also, we can use our smartphones. Our smartphones are fantastic for candid work as well. The great Hollywood actors would often have that saying, never get involved with children or animals. Well, I disagree a little with that, because we can have a lot of fun. We're shooting in the house. I've turned all the lights on, we've got reasonably bright, and we're using window light to our advantage as well. So I'm looking at very simple settings here. A for aperture priority. I set the aperture, the camera sets shutter speed for me. ISO 1600, you could consider auto ISO as well. And f4 or 5.6, so open your aperture up and continuous focusing. I'm going to try and lock as much as I can on the animal's face. Now there's a couple of options here today. One is to do a standard old focusing technique, but some of the new cameras have AI technology and they will automatically read the animal's face. I highly recommend you look into that with your own cameras. I've got all my settings right. So right now she's not doing the right thing. I'm going to get her attention. Hey Millie, hello, hello. Oh, look at that, cute shot. So I finished my shoot, had a fantastic time. I now want to look at my images, and the one program I really love to do that with is Adobe Lightroom Classic. I'm going to come over here to my preset, and these are presets I've made myself. So I'm actually going to click on Vibrance Base. And if you look in the panel here, you can see it's just changed the very basic ones of contrast, shadows, and it's added a bit of vibrance in and sharpened the image as well. I'm going to click on the crop tool here, and I'm going to try and crop out that line through there. And I should be able to do that. Yeah, I can, just like that. I'm going to just move Millie to there to be better balanced. Double click, and you can see now I've got a clean background. Now I'm going to come down to effects, and I'm just going to add a little vignette in. Now, I don't use vignettes a lot, but in this case it will suit a vignette, and maybe just drop off how dark it is a little bit too. I'm then going to go back to basics, and I'm going to click on my adjustment brush, and I'm going to target this area of her face, and then go to exposure. And obviously if I go too far, it's not going to work. Often I'm just adding a tiny little extra, and I'm going plus half a stop of light there. And that's just helping to put a little bit of brightness into her face there. And my last thing, I can't stress this enough, is you want to be light bright to the right. And I do that often with whites. So I'm going to bring my whites across and actually get the exposure correct. In this case, I'm pretty happy with that. And the last thing I might do is just tone back highlights a little bit there. And that'll just tone back this area here. Everything there, what it says, is exactly what it would do. I hope you like that. It's a little bit more advanced. It's not basic, but how quick and easy was that to do in Adobe Lightroom Classic?